everyone, I'm going to summarize the information that was shared during the Town Star AMA that happened on April 14, 2023. There was a lot of news this time around and a lot of interactions because of the announcements of the increased prizes for the competitions and the prizes for Mayhem. I'm going to stick to sharing the information first, and in the end I will share my thoughts over this AMA. So Town Star Godot will go live on May 1st, 2023. The first Mayhem competition will happen on May 2nd, 2023. There will be a competition every week for 4 weeks during the month of May. Mayhem will have a total of $1 million in prizes. This is split among 4 weeks plus referral incentives. They are planning on having almost all of the NFTs available in Godot right away. If some of the NFTs don't make it, they'll release a list of which NFTs won't be ready right away a few days before the competition starts for Mayhem in May. They are planning on having almost all the NFTs available on Godot right away. If some of the NFTs don't make it, they'll release a list a few days before, letting people know which NFTs are not in the game yet, and they will be added later throughout the next couple of weeks. They did confirm that it doesn't matter if your NFT is in your treasure chest or the Ethereum chain, it will still be usable in Town Star Godot, assuming it's ready in the game. There will be a change to the competition price structure moving forward, so here it is on the screen right now. Instead of about 400,000 Gala worth of prizes, it will now be about 1.1 million Gala worth of prizes. In addition, you will also receive an NFT reward. So just to be clear, you will win Gala and an NFT from every competition moving forward. This price structure goes live starting on the next competition, which will be on April 18th, 2023. And resume in June 2023 after the Mayhem competitions have ended, as those will have a different price structure, much greater than this one. For that specific competition, the NFT will be the Power Plant card, which works just like other ghost cards from the information that they shared, with Rare giving an 11% boost to energy craft speed in all power plants, all the way to Diamond giving a 23% boost to energy craft speed in all the power plants. If any of you bought the Corrupted Luxury pack and you're waiting for when the opened Corrupted pack art will be distributed, they are still working on it, but after the AMA, they said that they will try their best to finish that and get it distributed before the end of the month. Some details were shared for the next competition that will be on April 18th, 2023. The meta will be Sushi Boat, which requires 2 salmon nigiri, 1 eel nigiri, and 1 rice vinegar. Sushi Boat will give 285,000 cash, 85,000 stars, and will be on a 30-second craft timer. They didn't tell us the building. I'm guessing sushi restaurant. I don't know. The eel nigiri requires eel, white rice, and wasabi. Eel requires food mix, which requires 2 roe. Roe requires seaweed. There will also be worms, rice vinegar, and wasabi, but they didn't share all the details on how to get that. So just look for it in the Town Star announcements once it becomes available. The retention reward for the month of April, also known as the Play Everyday NFT reward, will be the rice husk storage. So if you play 10 different days in April and complete at least 25 trades before the month ends, you will get the common version with a storage capacity of 10. And if you play 25 different days in April and complete at least 75 trades before the month ends, you will get the rare version, which has a storage capacity of 40. There is also the uncommon version available for town node owners who run their nodes actively throughout the month. The next NFT that will be for sale is the Epic Seafood Warehouse, which is an in-game seafood warehouse that has a storage capacity of 60. This NFT will go on sale on April 17, 2023. There will be a supply of 600 in the store and will sell for $130 each. No town point earnings, of course. The Diamond Warehouse's double capacity effect will apply to the Epic Warehouse as well. and there will be no guild competitions for this next one. The winners for the previous guild competition will be announced as soon as they have all the details for them. So that's all the information that was shared during the AMA. Now, if you still want to watch, I'm going to share my thoughts on pretty much everything I can about this, and I'll try not to make a big deal out of it. I am excited for Town Star Godot. Happy that we're finally transitioning on the 1st of May of this year. Yeah, I totally expect there to be some issues. Hopefully there'll be minor ones that will get fixed quickly, but I foresee issues. The $1 million in prizes for Mayhem is great. It pretty much matches the prizes from the year before. And I know some of you are thinking, last year was $2 million in rewards, so how does that match? Yeah, well, last year Gala was worth twice as much, and the market wasn't as bad as it is this time. Not going to tell you what to do with your Gala if you end up winning any, but just do what you think is right for you, because you could always hold on to it and things could improve, so there you go. I really hope that they get all the NFTs into Town Star Godot before the Mayhem competitions begin, or else some people will be really upset. I know I would. Like if the seaweed stands and the seafood warehouses don't make it into the first competition, I think people will be pissed off, honestly. The changes to the competition structure moving forward caused a lot of chaos in the chat, understandably so. Their first proposal was bad, and the plan was to only reward the top 225 with Gala and the top 1200 with an NFT. I probably won't be able to find it anymore. Basically, everyone complained, both top players in the leaderboards and the bottom players, if I can call them that. So we basically complained, and we wanted everyone, or at least most of the active community, to be able to win some Gala as well. The rewards for the NFTs were also much different than people were used to. Like, people were used to easily winning an epic, a legendary, or even an ancient for the top 200, but that's no longer the case with their proposed structure. The next proposal they shared was which basically ended up being this final one that's right here. It did make people happier because of the inclusion of Gala rewards for the top 1200. However, people still complained that the Gala rewards were not balanced and that the NFT rewards were still less than people wanted them to be, or what they were used to, at least. So I know some people already made up their minds on this, and I don't want to go back and forth with people anymore since the decision was already made. But it could change in the future if they wanted to change it once they expanded, of course. But in my opinion, this new reward structure is overall a big improvement to rewards to everyone currently in the community, and those looking to get into Town Star competitions as well. So although the value of the rewards have increased overall, the rewards at the top of the rankings have been increased further to incentivize people to aim for higher ranks. This will encourage people to practice or, you know, spend more on NFTs, which will further fund the game and allow for additional rewards across the entire board, even at the bottom. Remember guys, if there's not enough competition for the prizes at the top, there won't be enough revenue for the game to fund the prizes at the bottom. And I don't think people realize that, or maybe they don't get it, maybe it just doesn't make sense to them. I've played other live service games before, so it's really the same story. And I understand that my point of view is biased. As some of you know, I do rather well in competitions. I would say I rank top 50. I really like this game. I put a lot of effort and I've collected a lot of NFTs. I know there's people above me, and that's fine. I'm totally okay with that. It's all part of a competitive game. I don't ever expect to get top 10 or something, And hell, I'm happy I'm getting top 200 consistently. And now some people will say this will drive new players away. I honestly don't see that. Like, there will be more people coming for the competition aspect of the game. They'll be competing for the bottom end of the prizes and for the top end of the prizes. I think most people won't spend any money, which is completely fine. They'll just extract value from those who don't spend. And the ones who do decide to spend money on NFTs, well, hopefully they did their research on which NFTs will help them out, and hopefully they get some practice. But yeah, they do have a better chance to compete for the bigger prizes, obviously. And really quickly, the NFT prize for this next competition seems like it'll be a power plant ghost card, so it doesn't seem that good of a utility. So I don't really think you're missing out on this. Like, rare to diamond, what, you're gonna craft energy a second faster or what? Like, I don't know. I don't see this NFT difference being a big deal. I know some people are saying like top 5 is gonna stay top 5 because they're getting the diamond power plant card because they can craft energy a second faster. Like, that doesn't matter. Like, they're probably the person that's gonna win in the end is can have more NFTs or practice the better build. That's the way I see it. Maybe it's just in this case because the utility on this card sucks as far as we were told. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about this. It's a ghost card at least. And really, that's all I'm gonna say on the price structure adjustment. Feel free to share your thoughts on that, no matter what, but I probably won't reply to that topic any further. And as far as the opened or updated card art pack goes, it's gonna be a big slap in the face if those don't get distributed to the people who bought the corrupted luxury packs in time. And even more so if they aren't even usable in Mayhem. That sale was bad enough already, so yeah, I hope those get distributed and I hope those are actually usable. So the sushi boat meta, so it does contain salmon nigiri, which is good. I'm assuming I already practiced it. Most of you guys hopefully practiced it. So most of us already know how to make that. The other stuff, not exactly sure. Should be getting all the details soon. They're still not out as of me recording this video at least. Now, unfortunately, the meta isn't going to go live until Monday. They did say this. Literally the day before the competition. So this one is going to be with a limited amount of practice, since we have a limited amount of time. So I will have to try to find some time on Monday to practice my own layout. So I know what you're thinking. What about the no NFT layouts? But with the little amount of time that I have to actually practice this, it's basically impossible for me to have enough time to work out a decent no NFT sushi boat build. I can only suggest that you watch my no NFT salmon nigiri video and tweak it to accommodate the new items, or practice your own setup with the limited amount of time that we are given. For any of my Dub Fam or Super Dub Club Patreon or YouTube members, you know that I share behind the scenes ideas of build layouts. I'll try to design a couple for you there and post them before the competition starts, but of course I won't have time to test them out. So yeah, it could be a hit or miss. Just gonna speculate on those. The retention rewards, which is the rice husk storage, cool, I guess. Sounds useful for the current meta, but I'm not sure how relevant it'll be once we actually get it. Because it's gonna take, you know, probably till mid-May, probably till mid-May till we get it. And finally, the new Epic Seafood Warehouse, which they do have an announcement for that right now. Oh gosh, Willow Martin, what did he do? Anyways, the Epic Seafood Warehouse. So did you happen to buy the platinum seaweed stand? well, I got news for you, buddy. You're probably gonna want to get an Epic Seafood Warehouse to go along with it. Yeah, well, yeah, there's some exceptions. Some people have the NFTs to craft ice from the start. So yeah, you don't really need it if you can do that. But if you don't have a way to craft ice from the start to build those seafood warehouses, then the Epic Seafood Warehouse is going to be your ticket to do the shrimp rush very quickly. Oh, and I tested the shrimp rush idea without crafting ice from the start. It takes about 6 hours to pull it off, and that's with other high-grade NFTs to generate cash as well. With the Epic Seafood Warehouse, you remove the need to collect ice blocks and lumber to get the rush started. You'll still need wood, oak wood, and energy to craft the aquaculturist houses, as well as other materials for the shrimp ponds, of course. But it's nowhere near as difficult with the storage requirements out of the way. So once again, they will sell for $130, and there's only going to be 600 in supply, purchasable in town, gala, or credit card. No purchase limit, so I guess somebody could buy like 20 of them if they wanted to. I'm going to share my thoughts on it. Please remember that I'm not a financial advisor, and you should do your own research. So do I think it's good? Only if you're intending to do a shrimp rush. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother, as you'll probably need to build multiple seafood warehouses anyways for the meta. So is it worth the cost? The cost is a little less than the big warehouse, and that NFT sale went very well. But that NFT is better in terms of general utility. Sorry, I was just trying to make a comparison first. I think the price tag on this one is understandable. I thought to myself, if they were going to sell this NFT, $100 would be a good value. So at $130, higher than what I thought for sure, but still not bad. Do I think it'll sell out? Sheesh, this one's a little hard to grasp. I'm gonna say no. The supply is higher than the previously released Epic grade storages. Hopefully you don't mind another comparison, but the Epic Storehouse and the Epic Warehouse had a quantity of like 350 in the store, so there's 400 total, I believe, and similar pricing, and those did sell out. They sold out very quickly, and because you use them in almost every situation, they're incredibly helpful. That's why. But this is a storage for a specific meta, but yes, a specific rush as well. I think at least 300 will sell very quickly. Basically, if you want to buy one, then you're gonna buy one. It's gonna be that kind of situation. So no, I don't think they're gonna sell out right away. Maybe after a couple days or weeks they would. Am I planning on buying? Yes, I am planning on getting two. Similar to the situation I explained with the Platinum Seaweed Sands, which I did end up getting 2 of them for anyone wondering. I may decide to sell them in the future if I feel like I can get away without the shrimp rush. What do I think the value will be on the secondary market? In the short term, about the same. I don't think you'll find it much cheaper on OpenSea because, well, like I said, anyone who's planning on buying them probably wants them for themselves. I could be wrong, but that's my thoughts on that. Well, this was rather lengthy, but anyways, if you watched or rather listened to me all along, you're amazing. Thank you. And feel free to like the video and leave comments about anything I discussed, and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. I appreciate your support. Thank you for watching.